cold. Okay. Decided to turn this one on. That is hooked up to a test point. So when I adjust this horizontal positioning, it does this. That's all the way clockwise, so it just kind of loses it. Let's watch that one too. Okay. So that is the horizontal positioning. If I do this, I don't get nothing. Turn it about center. If I take my Phillips and adjust this center, finer, whatever, that also does nothing. So I keep it centered. I have to adjust this. Can't remember what the hell that is. Back off on this brightness here. This thing has to be full brightness. That's hooked up to... Now that might be the scope. I should have that scope hooked up to that point. That's hooked up to this test point. So if we follow back, our horizontal oscillator is working. I think it all the way back to your sync. Let me change the that one. See what happens. Let me see. I shouldn't use this one. It's. Let me pull this down a bit. Where is it? This thing's kind of iffy. See, you can't tell. I don't know if that's... I can't tell if that's... Look at this one. Where am I? I gotta back out. Where am I? What's going on? How am I doing? Which one am I on here? Right, I'm on both channels here. Let me pull back on this one. This one. No. This one. This stuff gets confusing. Okay, I'm gonna take my A. No, I'll take my yellow, my Y channel 2 and hook up to my test point. Instead of having that, I'll switch over to here. Sync from channel 2. I have it more like that for sawtooth. So that's my test point. Let me turn my I'm gonna hook this up to my base. I put that on the base. See if I can synchronize it. So this thing is a hearsay scope. I know it jiggles. Still, I gotta change those electrolytics. Yeah, change that one. There's one back there on the driver board. Right there. This I got one section left to change, and this one has 3 sections to be changed. So it could be shaky because of those electrolytics. I want to put shielded cable on this thing. If you touch that, it'll do this. No, it ain't really showing much, but anyways, I have to shut down here. Here's the transistors I purchased off of eBay. They failed. Didn't work. I didn't think they'd work. They were NPNs, but it still didn't work. These are NPNs. So I have to figure something out. Figure out how to score those. So if I got... Where's the... I'm going to change the frequency. So there's this one, which I guess is fine. There. Does that too. Can't go by that. Gotta go by this one. Counterclockwise. It's probably around 12 o'clock. Now it's way to the right, which is 5 o'clock. So that must be tearing. I suppose this is all kind of like synchronized. This is all the way counterclockwise, so. But I have no feed in here. Maybe I should hook up, let's put a, where's the sync? Okay, let me grab this thing. I think I checked that. I don't know really if I did. Is that vertical in? No. I changed that. Let me pull. I wonder if you can check its own synchronization off itself. I have it hooked up to that test point. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll disconnect it. No, that wasn't the one. Where is it? This one. This one. So I'll hook this up to here. This label just tells me this is bad. One time I thought it was bad. So I will rid that, hook that up like him. And that is that's 60 hertz. What should it be on? Put it there. See what happens when I shut it off. See if I get any invert. So I get a burst there up in this. I'll shut it off. Maybe it's because I got this hooked up. It's giving me a burst. Back on, I had the burst. I'll take this off. See if I get a burst. Yeah, I still had it. So, hook it back up. See if this does anything. The vertical. I don't see any difference. I think it would change something. Your horizontals has to stabilize from vertical board. Let me see how I have this. I don't know how those things are adjusted. Put it on X1. My instructions didn't tell me to do nothing here. But I had this one backed off. I should turn it up. I should. I think I will. I don't know what it was, if it's a capacitor. I turn it all the way up and pull back a little bit. Turn it back on. And that's the fine. So I'll come back this way. That's exit. I'll come back to where's my other scope? My other scope is hooked up to the base, so oh, that looks different now. Maybe that had effect on turning this up. Because I remember seeing something that I thought was like a halfway rectifier, then it dumped down. Halfway rectifier with no filtering, I thought it looked like. You know, that kind of resembles that, the top one. Then it drops and wants to flatline or whatever. That's probably the shape I had. So again, this is the fine frequency. Let me see. Now it works. Before, when I turn it all the way to the right, it would flatline. So now it doesn't flatline. Let's see if I can. Okay. So it was flatlining because I had this backed off all the way. Okay. So I'll put it back at 12 o'clock. And pull back on the horizontal here. So I got sawtooth at channel 2, Y. Yellow is Y. Test point. Red is at emitter. We'll switch it to the base. I lost my synchronization kinda. Base. Base. Emitter. Let's see that. Okay. I'm syncing from channel 1. Should I do that? Okay. I'll turn this thing a little bit. Put a little more in the picture. So that is the emitter. So it kind of looks like that. And base looks like that. That's basically kind of the same. Kind of squarey. I can't tell the difference. Maybe it's the same. The emitter should have a weaker signal, you would think. That's this one. I'm going from here to there. Maybe I should buckle down and check these voltages. That might be a good idea. But at least the oscillator here is working. We know that. Kick a signal down here. This stuff must be working until we get to the drivers and these two. I should take these transistors out, but I don't know on that transistor tester when it's going to tell me something's bad. Maybe I'll have to burn out a transistor, wipe it out, and test it and see what the tester says. So, well, I might as well quit and start. I smell something really hot. I know that's hot. These things are really hot. This far right one is really hot. I can even feel them through my calluses from guitar. That means they're hot. This one gets really hot. Well, ate up enough time. So that's it for Orange Beginner's Corner on March 1st. 11:53 in the morning. So I'll hook up here and get write down my draws here. See how many milliamps she's drawn. I think I'll use this one. Okay, signing off.